So yesterday we made a Christmas mug, and today we'll be making a mug sweater, and I've also made cold cups on this channel, so we'll be making some cold cup cozies. So let's get to crafting. So to start, you're going to need some yarn and a crochet hook. My crochet hook is 4.5 millimeters, and this yarn is medium weight, or number 4. So start by making a magic loop, and once you've made a magic loop, chain 1 and put 10 single crochet into your magic loop. And once you've put your 10 single crochet onto your magic loop, tighten your magic loop and slip stitch into the first single crochet of your round to join the round. And now it's time to work on the second round. So chain 1, put 2 single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, and then put 2 single crochet into each stitch of your round. And once you have finished your second round, slip stitch in the first single crochet of your round to join it. Now going to your third round, chain 1, put 2 single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, and then put 1 single crochet into your next stitch, put 2 single crochet into your next stitch, put 1 single crochet into your next stitch, and then repeat putting 2 stitches into the next stitch and then 1 into the one after that. Once you have finished your round, slip stitch into the first single crochet of your round to join it. For your fourth round, chain 1, put 2 single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, and then put 1 single crochet into the following 2 stitches, put 2 single crochet into your next stitch, and then put 1 single crochet into the following 2 stitches. Then just repeat by putting 2 single crochet into your next stitch and then putting 1 into the next 2 stitches. Once you have finished this round, join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet of your round. Moving on to your fifth round, chain 1, put 2 single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, put 1 single crochet into the following 3 stitches, put 2 single crochets into the following stitch, and put 1 single crochet into each of the following 3. And repeat this by putting 2 single crochet into one stitch and then 1 single crochet into each of the following 3 until you reach the end of the round. And once you have finished your round, slip stitch into the first single crochet of round. For your sixth round, chain 1 and put 1 single crochet into all the stitches of your previous round. Once you have completed your 6th round, slip stitch into the first single crochet of your round. Then repeat your 6th round 3 more times. And once you have finished these 3 rows, chain 1 and put a half double crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1. Then chain 1, skip a stitch, put a half double crochet into your next stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, put a half double crochet into the next stitch, and repeat around. When you have reached the end of your round, chain 1 and join with a slip stitch at the top of your first half double crochet. Then for your 11th round, slip stitch into your first chain 1 space of your previous round. Then chain 1 and put a half double crochet into the same chain 1 space as your slip stitch. Then chain 1 and put a half double crochet into your next chain 1 space. Chain 1, put a half double crochet into your next chain 1 space, and repeat around until you reach the end of the round. Once you have finished your round, chain 1 and slip stitch into your first half double crochet for the beginning of the round. Next, chain 1 and single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, then single crochet into the chain 1 space, single crochet into the half double crochet, and repeat by putting 1 single crochet into each stitch of your round. Once you have finished your round, join it with a slip stitch into the first single crochet of your round. Then chain 1 and put 1 single crochet into all the stitches of your previous round. And once you've finished this row, slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round to join it. And for rounds 14 through 15, just repeat round 13. After you have completed these 2 rounds, chain 1 and then single crochet into the same single crochet as the chain 1, then crochet 17 more single crochets. Then do a single crochet decrease over the next 2 stitches, and then single crochet into the next 18 stitches. And once you have crocheted those 18 single crochets, decrease over the next 2 stitches, and then single crochet into the next 8 stitches, and you should have 2 stitches left and decrease over those 2 stitches. Then slip stitch into your first single crochet of the round. Then for your next round, chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch as your chain, then single crochet into the next 9 stitches. And you should have 10 stitches total of your round so far. Then over the next 2 stitches, decrease. Single crochet into the next 10 stitches. Once you have 10 single crochets from your decrease, decrease over the next 2 stitches, and then single crochet into the next 10 stitches. And after you have 10 single crochet from your last decrease, decrease over the next 2 stitches, and single crochet into the next 9 stitches. And once you have 9 single crochet from your last decrease, decrease over the last 2 stitches, and then slip stitch into your first single crochet of the round. For your next round, chain 1, half double crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, then chain 1, skip a stitch, and put your half double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and put your half double crochet into the next stitch, and just repeat this around the round. Now that you have your round almost done, chain 1 and slip stitch into your first half double crochet of the round. For your next round, slip stitch into your first chain 1 space of the previous round, chain 1, half double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, put a half double crochet into your next chain 1 space, chain 1, put a half double crochet into your next chain 1 space, and repeat this around the entire round until you reach the end. And once you have reached the end of the round, chain 1 and slip stitch into the first half double crochet of your round. Then just repeat this round of half double crochet and chain 1 2 more times. So once you have 4 rows of half double crochet, chain 1, and single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, and then put 1 single crochet into the chain 1 space and 1 single crochet into the half double crochet, and repeat that around. Once you have single crocheted all around your round, finish off with a slip stitch into your first single crochet of the round, then chain 1, put a single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, and single crochet all around. Once you've finished single crocheting around, slip stitch into your first single crochet, and then tie off. Next, grab a plastic canvas needle or an embroidery needle and use it to tuck your ends in. And once you have your ends tucked in, it's ready to be put on a cold cup. Okay, this is gonna not only keep my hands safe from the hot coffee I put in here, but it's also gonna keep my drink warm. So now that we've made this, let's move on to our next one. For your next one, you're going to need some yarn, and I will again be using my 4.5mm crochet hook. Chain 14. Then put a half double crochet into the second chain from your hook and into each chain across. Once you have finished half double crocheting across your chain, chain 2, and then half double crochet across. Repeat the second row 27 times. So once you have crocheted those 27 rows, put your ends together and slip stitch the ends together. And I tend to do this loosely just so that it remains nice and stretchy. And once you have slip stitched down the side, tie off, then use the same embroidery needle as last time to tuck in your ends. And after you have tucked in your ends, turn it inside out. And now that you've done that, you can put it on your cup. Oh, I love this. And here's how it looks, and I really like it. So now moving on to the next one, which is for a regular mug. So to start, chain 10, and then half double crochet into the second chain from your hook and into each chain across. And once you have sewn your half double crochet across, chain 2 and put a double crochet into the last half double crochet of your round, and then in the next stitch form a bobble stitch. Then put a double crochet into the next stitch, Then put a bobble stitch into your next stitch. Then put a double crochet into your next stitch. Then put a bobble stitch into your next stitch. Double crochet into your next stitch. Put a bobble stitch into your next stitch. Then double crochet into your last stitch. Then chain 1 and half double crochet into each stitch across. Then chain 1 and half double crochet in each stitch across. Next, chain 2. Put a double crochet into the last half double crochet of your last row. Put a bobble stitch into your next stitch. Then put a double crochet into your next stitch. Put a bobble crochet into the stitch after that. Then put a double crochet into your next stitch. Put a bobble stitch into the stitch after that. Put a double crochet in your next stitch. Put a bobble stitch into the next stitch. Then double crochet into the last stitch. Then to continue it, repeat the 2 rows of half double crochet and the rows of bobble stitch 7 more times so that you have a total of 9 bobble stitch rows. Then to finish off, you're just going to chain 1 and put 1 row of half double crochet across. And now that you have your half double crochet row across, tie off. And then take the same embroidery needle as we've been using before and tuck in your ends. So now that you have tucked your ends in, it is time to finish this off because, as you know, this is not going to stay on a mug. So grab a large button. I will have the kind I am using linked in the description box down below. So we are going to be putting it right here in between the 2 bobble stitch layers. So you're just going to need your embroidery needle and some yarn, and just thread your needle with your yarn. So to start, just stick your needle through one of the holes on your button and take it to the back, and only pull one of these strings through the hole. Then go up on the opposite side, then pull this to the other side, and then pull it up to the top so that you only have this end in there. I hope this makes sense. Go through the hole on the other side. Then flip it to the other side and knot this end so that it's going to hold your button on there securely. Really hope this makes sense. Just continue sewing your button on until it is secure. And once you have secured your button on there, tie it down, then trim it off. Now you need your securing loop to actually loop it with the button. So next, you're just going to secure your yarn in between the 2 middle bobble stitches. Chain 18 and then slip stitch into the same area where you secured your yarn. Then tie off. Then pull both of your ends down to the other side and knot them. Then tie off. And now that that is done, you can easily slip it on to your mug. We have made 2 cold cup cozies and 1 mug sweater. So thank you guys for joining today's video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!